5.2 Emotions. 5.2.1 Definition of emotion. The Latin word meaning to move is the source of both words used in this chapter over and over again, motive and emotion. Emotion can be defined as the feeling aspect of consciousness characterized by certain physical arousal, certain behavior that reveals the feeling to the outside world, and an inner awareness of feelings. Thus, from this short definition, we can understand that there are three elements of emotion: the physiology, behavior, and subjective experience. The physiology of emotion. When a person experiences an emotion, there is physical arousal created by the sympathetic nervous system. The heart rate increases, breathing becomes more rapid, the pupils of the eye dilate, and the mouth may become dry. Think about the last time you were angry and then about the last time you were frightened. Weren't the physical symptoms pretty similar? Although facial expressions do differ between various emotional responses, emotions are difficult to distinguish from one another based on outward bodily reactions alone. It's quite easy to mistake a person who's afraid or angry as being aroused if the person's face is not visible, which can lead to much miscommunication and misunderstanding. The behavior of emotion tells us how people behave in the grip of an emotion. There are facial expressions, body movements, and actions that indicate to others how a person feels. Frowns, smiles, and sad expressions combined with hand gestures, the turning of one's body, and spoken words to produce an understanding of emotion. People fight, run, kiss, and yell, along with countless other actions stemming from the emotions they feel. Facial expressions can vary across different cultures, although some aspects of facial expression seem to be universal. Subjective experience, labeling emotion. The third component of emotion, interpreting the subjective feeling by giving it a label: anger, fear, disgust, happiness, sadness, shame, interest, surprise, and so on. Another way of labeling this component is to call it the cognitive component, because the labeling process is a matter of retrieving memories of previous similar experiences, perceiving the context of the emotion, and coming up with the solution of label. The label a person applies to a subjective feeling is at least in a part a learned response, influenced by that person's language and culture. Such labels may differ in people of different cultural backgrounds. 5.2.2 Theories of Emotion. Number 1. James Lange Theory of Emotion. This theory of emotion is based on the work of William James, 1884, 1890, and 1894, who was also the founder of the functionalist perspective in the early history of psychology, and physiologist and psychologist in Denmark, Carl Lange, 1885, came up with an explanation of emotion so similar to that of James that the two names are used together to refer to the theory: the James Lange Theory of Emotion. In this theory, a stimulus of some sort, for example, the large snarling dog, produces a physiological reaction. This reaction, which is the arousal of the fight or flight sympathetic nervous system, wanting to run, produces bodily sensations such as increased heart rate, dry mouth, and rapid breathing. James and Lange believed that physical arousal led to the labeling of the emotion fear. Simply put, I'm afraid because I'm aroused. I'm embarrassed because my face is red. I'm nervous because my stomach is fluttering. And I'm in love because of my heart rate increases when I look at her or him.